Yellowstone National Park, a land of breathtaking beauty. Geysers erupt with clockwork precision. Bison roam free. But beneath this serene facade lies a sleeping giant, a supervolcano capable of unleashing unimaginable power. The very ground we walk on holds the potential for global catastrophe. This is not science fiction, this is a geological reality. We live in a world shaped by volcanoes. Yellowstone reminds us of their awesome power. The Yellowstone Supervolcano is not your typical cone-shaped mountain. It's a massive caldera, a collapsed volcanic crater stretching 30 by 45 miles across. Hidden beneath a seemingly tranquil landscape, a vast reservoir of magma simmers. The heat fuels the park's famous geysers and hot springs. It's a constant reminder of the immense forces at work below the surface, a ticking time bomb, waiting to explode.
Supervolcanoes are in a league of their own. Eruptions are classified on the Volcanic Explosivity Index, a scale from 1 to 8. While Mount St. Helens' 1980 eruption registered a 5, Yellowstone's previous eruptions reached an 8. That's not twice as powerful, it's thousands of times more explosive. Imagine a single eruption dwarfing all others in recorded history. Imagine the ash, the gas, the sheer destructive force.
Yellowstone's last super-eruption occurred 640,000 years ago. It ejected over 240 cubic miles of material into the atmosphere. To put that into perspective, that's enough to bury the state of Texas 5 feet deep in volcanic ash. These eruptions are not frequent, thankfully, but the possibility of another one looms large. Understanding the science behind these events is crucial for our survival. The immediate impact zone of a Yellowstone eruption would be catastrophic. Imagine a scene from a disaster movie, but on a scale that defies imagination. Pyroclastic flows, superheated mixtures of gas and volcanic matter would race across the landscape. These aren't your typical lava flows, they move at hundreds of miles per hour, incinerating everything in their path.
Cities like Denver and Salt Lake City, hundreds of miles away, would be blanketed in ash. Buildings would collapse under the weight. Air travel would grind to a halt. The immediate death toll would be staggering, but the devastation wouldn't stop there. This would be only the beginning of a global crisis.
Volcanic ash is a silent killer. Fine particles would be thrown high into the atmosphere. These particles, carried by wind currents, would spread across the globe in a matter of days. The sun would be blotted out, plunging the planet into a state of perpetual twilight. Temperatures would plummet, crops would fail.
Breathing would become difficult, even dangerous. The ash is abrasive, damaging to the lungs. Respiratory illnesses would skyrocket. Water supplies would be contaminated. Communication networks could be disrupted or destroyed. The delicate balance of our interconnected world would be thrown into chaos.
Section 5. The domino effect: global systems in peril. The eruption of Yellowstone wouldn't be a localized event. It would be a global catastrophe, triggering a domino effect across the planet.
The ash and gases released into the atmosphere would have long-term impacts on climate change. Global temperatures could drop by several degrees Celsius. Growing seasons would be disrupted, leading to widespread food shortages.
The delicate balance of ecosystems would be thrown into disarray. Mass extinctions, both on land and in the oceans, would be a real possibility. The interconnectedness of our globalized world would work against us. As supply chains collapse and economies crumble, the very fabric of civilization would be tested. Section 6. The Watchers, scientists on the front line. Thankfully, we are not ignorant. Scientists constantly monitor Yellowstone using cutting-edge technology to track its every tremor.
Seismometers measure the slightest earthquake. GPS sensors detect minute changes in ground deformation. Gas emissions are carefully analyzed for any changes in composition.
This constant vigilance is our first line of defense. By understanding the complex systems at play, we can hope to predict, or at least anticipate, any potential eruption. Early warning systems could save lives, giving people time to evacuate danger zones and prepare for the long road to recovery. Section 7. Predicting the unpredictable. Despite our best efforts, predicting the exact timing of a Yellowstone eruption remains a challenge. Nature operates on its own timetable.
Volcanoes are complex systems and their behavior can be influenced by a multitude of factors we are only beginning to understand. But we are making progress.
Advanced computer models, combined with real-time data from monitoring stations, are constantly improving our understanding of volcanic processes. While we may never be able to predict the exact date and time, we can identify warning signs and increase our preparedness. Knowledge is our greatest weapon against the unknown. Section 8. Living in the shadow of a giant. The Yellowstone Supervolcano is a stark reminder of the awesome power of nature. It is a force that can both inspire and terrify.
We live in a world shaped by such forces, for better or for worse. Ignorance is not bliss. We must acknowledge the risks and prepare for the unimaginable.
The potential eruption of Yellowstone is a global threat, one that demands international cooperation and a commitment to scientific advancement. By working together, we can increase our resilience, mitigate the risks, and ensure the survival of our species. The future of humanity may very well depend on it.